guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build, and to yet again another installment of the Squish. Today I am back building a tiny house that is very autumnal inspired, because I feel like autumn is coming to an end, and I just wanted to do one more build, and I feel like I'm getting back into the swing of things, where I just want to build a lot of tiny houses. And so that's what I did a couple of days ago, and I wanted to share this today because if you're watching this the day that it does come out, today is Thanksgiving Day in the US, and I feel like it's just kind of marking the end of autumn. I know myself and probably a lot of other people are getting ready to start decorating for Christmas tonight. I might have started a little bit last night. I mean, I'm staring at my snow globe on my desk right now. So I wanted to just do like one last hurrah with autumn for a little while and build this really cute autumnal inspired tiny home that actually has a really pretty outdoor eating area. So if you had your sim living here and they actually wanted to have like Harvest Fest with your sims having their family come over, there's a nice outdoor space to go ahead and do that. So it's a really wonky asymmetrical shaped build, but I had a lot of fun with that. I feel like it's always a challenge because I do build so many tiny houses, and they're some of my favorites to build, to try to come up with different shapes and make them all look a little bit different. So I really like how strange this build is. I hope you guys like it too, and if you'd like to download it, it is available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find me under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You can also find me under the hashtag Miss Gryphi, and I will have all of that information in the description down below as well. Also, this build comes out to be 32,159 simoleons, and I have it placed on the Shrieking Llama lot in Windenburg, which is in the countryside of Windenburg, and normally there is a bar here called the Shrieking llama. I just always bulldoze it because this is one of my favorite lots in all of Windenburg to build on, so sorry to that bar. I kind of talked over a lot of what was happening on the outside here, but I'm currently trying to figure out what colors it's going to be. This is pretty much the colors. I can't remember if I swapped them or not. I think I did. I think the part that's brown now is going to be green, and then the part that's green is going to be brown. But I kind of went all out with landscaping. It's going to change even more. There's going to be so much landscaping, like so many plants on this lot. I kind of love landscaping, and I let it all out. I was like, let's get some of these plants that are starting to wither away for the colder months and really decorate this lot. Also, placing down this roof was the beginning of me figuring out an addition that I wanted to add to this house. I just thought it needed some kind of decoration over there, so adding another roof piece, I was like, oh, this could work. And for a while, it stays that way. At least it did in my game. I'm not really sure how quickly it's going to go by in this sped up version. But in a little while, I'm like, oh, this like glass awning that we got, here it is, from Get Together. We could probably make the roof the same pitch and like make this a covered porch area, which I did. And I think is a really fun thing to use that for. I feel like I never know how to use that piece. And I think it worked pretty nicely here, and so that ends up being a nice space that your Sims can go ahead and eat outside without having to worry about being rained on and all of that kind of stuff. Granted, rain is the least of your worries on Harvest Fest in The Sims, because in The Sims, when the holiday Harvest Fest comes around, unless you edit it and change what it's going to be, you're going to have gnomes showing up on your lot, which is terrifying. They move around. That you can try and offer them things, but if you offer them the wrong things, you might get electrocuted. And personally, I would prefer to spend my Harvest Fest eating mashed potatoes and taking a nap, not getting electrocuted by gnomes. And honestly, like if I all of a sudden found a gnome in my house today, I'd probably be terrified. So yeah. Did anyone else have a weird first experience with Harvest Fest in The Sims 4, like you didn't know the gnomes were gonna do that? I was shocked. I was shocked. But whether you celebrate Thanksgiving or not, if you're familiar with the types of food, what is your favorite Thanksgiving food? Mine is mashed potatoes. Like I never have like actual mashed potatoes other than on Thanksgiving, so I'm very excited about that. But I know some people are really into turkey or cranberry sauce or maybe pumpkin pie or what have you. Let me know what your favorite like comfort food is if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving. But anyway, I am just figuring out some more of the landscaping. I spend forever on the outside of this build before we jump to the inside. The inside's really small, so it makes sense that I spent so much time on the outside. And as you can see, I am using platforms as the stairs up to the build, as well as like a little awning over the front door. I've been just really into how that looks, using platforms instead of stairs, and I have a feeling it's going to continue in the future, in like every build ever, because it looks so nice, and currently it's like fresh and new and shiny, and I just want to use it all the time. I'm really enjoying platforms. Are you guys enjoying platforms? Oh, also over here, because of those roof pieces going taller than the rooms, I was getting outdoor lighting, so I had to box off those two sections of floor right next to the roof so I could get indoor lighting. But it worked out nicely in the end because it gave me a good way to separate off a bedroom from the rest of the interior of this tiny house. So obviously on the outside, the color I chose for the walls was more of this really deep green color instead of like the more stereotypical autumn colors of being reds and oranges and all of that sort of stuff. So I really wanted that to be a strong color on the interior as well. Of course, I also introduced some reds and oranges and all of that. I wanted it to be very cozy, but I loved using these countertops from Vampires in this beautiful green swatch, as well as the backsplash against where the window is in the kitchen area. I just think it came together really nicely, and using the new stove from Snowy Escape worked perfectly here, as well as using the mini fridge. I was like, what is the word for that? The mini fridge. In case you are unaware or curious, those were introduced in the Sims 4 Discover University expansion pack. They were added to be for your dorm rooms and stuff like that, since you can't really have full functioning kitchens in university, at least not in The Sims 4. But I find them very helpful in tiny homes because they look nice in smaller spaces. You can put appliances on top of them, and it worked really nicely in this house in particular because I wanted to have a lower profile kitchen, so there wasn't a tall fridge obstructing your view anywhere. So that worked out perfectly. As you can see, we've added quite a bit of orange. There is an orange curtain or blinds over the window. The floor is pretty orange. We're having this beautiful beige sofa from my first pet stuff, and then I combined a couple of items to make a table out of a table and I think it's a seat. I think the little trunk of a tree is a chair, and then there's a little desk area over here as well. It's just I don't know. It looks so cozy and comfy, and I'm feeling those sort of vibes today since it is Thanksgiving. So I'm just really excited about this build. And I just really hope that you guys end up liking this one as well. And of course, if you have any ideas, I'm always open to hearing those. You guys give me so much inspiration for builds, and it's just a fantastic time. Over here, I decided this mirror would be perfect, and I try a couple of different things, but I end up adding these leaves from Eco Lifestyle combined with the mirror, and I just think it looks really cool. I love combining items like that to create new ones in the game. It's a lot of fun. And then this is the bathroom. I believe I end up using a tile in here from Realm of Magic, if I'm remembering correctly. It's a beautiful orange color, and it worked out very, very perfectly, really, for this room. So we should be grabbing that shortly, just figuring out the sink and a little towel. It's very orange in here, but I quite like that. And of course, I'm probably going to continue to overuse the shower from Snowy Escape. It's really nice. But this is that wallpaper I was talking about. I did think about using it in the kitchen as well, but I thought it was a little bit too much in here, so I decided to instead bring the exterior wallpaper to the interior of the build as well. All we have left now is the single bedroom, which comes together very, very quickly, and then we're going to be heading on into screenshots. I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.